Well, earlier on in the show, OJ talked about grassroots coaching and grassroots development. Now we have the biggest grassroots tournament, biggest grassroots competition in Nigeria, as termed by the former Minister of Sports, Sunday Dare. And that's talking about the Bayelsa Governors Football Tournament, also dubbed the Prosperity Cup. And the 2024 edition is upon us. And we have someone here to talk about this and shed some light and let us know exactly what this tournament is about and what the motivation behind it is. And of course, the success stories that come out from it. I have Honor Akpe, the DG Prosperity Cup Bayelsa State. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Great to have you here. And I mean, the Prosperity Cup been on for 6 years now, since 20...
Well, since 2015, this is the 6th edition.
The 6th edition.
Yes.
So tell us more about this.
Well, in 2015, we came up with the idea to have the Prosperity Cup because we found out we had a lot of exciting young talents in Bayelsa, and we needed to bring those talents out. But unfortunately, they were deep in the various nooks and crannies of the state. And so we had the first edition with about 210 teams. In 2018, we had the next edition, 214 teams. But by the 2019 edition, we had about 210 teams altogether that participated, and it was exciting. It was huge. The Minister of Sports, Sunday Dare, that was there to kick it off, was so excited that he dubbed it the largest grassroots football tournament in the country. And I must say that it has grown in leaps and bounds in terms of the participation of the teams. We have community teams, we have church teams, we have schools, all getting involved. This year, this edition, we have altogether 22 different playing centers across the state.
Wow. So
we are playing in the nooks and the crannies of the states. We play across the creeks, across the rivers. We play all over the state, in all the 8 local government areas of the state. So it's been quite exciting and it's been quite revealing. I must say that the support of the state has been enormous because we have grown from leaps and bounds. In the last edition, we have a number of foreign scouts that came in to identify our players and to see what players they could take out. We equally had the local scouts that identified a lot of our outstanding players and were able to push them into local clubs. At the finals of the last edition, the NFF president himself was there with a lot of the top brass from the football body, and they were able to identify a number of outstanding players. In fact, the coach of Bendel United, Monday Dige, who was there, picked our MVP and our highest goal scorer and signed them up to Bendel United immediately. Bendel Insurance immediately. And so it's been exciting. We've seen some years ago, we took some of the boys to playing competition in Cape Verde. They came third. We put them together as the Bayelsa Starlets. We put them together, and when they came back, they won the Bayelsa State League. So with the support of His Excellency, the Sports Loving Miracle Governor, Senator Dare, we've been able to grow this competition to one of very high standards.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of grassroots competitions, you know, around Nigeria. This is said, you said, is said to be the largest one. But what makes this different from the others? And how do you measure the success of every single edition? What is that thing that happens that you say to yourself, okay, this was successful? How do you measure the success? Okay.
Well, every year the Central Organizing Committee, we sit down to plan and to determine the best way to develop our boys and to make sure they get exposure and to get into clubs across the country and across the world. This year, this particular edition, one of the things we did was we had a referee training course. We got in referees from the referee body in Abuja. They came in and trained our referees. This year, in another few days, we're going to have a coaching training clinic where 10 scouts from all the way from Europe are coming to train our coaches as well as to select players there. What makes us believe that we are doing better every year is the quality of football, the number of goals scored, and the quality of football we see among the teams. And this year has been exciting. We've scored about 400 and over 400 goals in the first round of the matches, about 3.1 goals per match, and this is quite exciting. We've had 4 hat-tricks, and we've had more and more teams from the schools participating. We've had more and more teams even from church organizations and from communities participating in this tournament. And so once we see this and we measure the level of play which our scouts and our local scouts engage in, then we're excited and we beat our chests. Last year, we introduced for the first time the female edition. and a para soccer edition equally, which was quite exciting. Last year we had just 4 female teams at the female edition. This year we have 18 female teams
Incredible.
that have registered, and we're kicking that off next week.
That's fantastic.
So it shows that, you know, every day people are more interested in getting involved and playing it.
We seem to be operating on the same frequency. I was just about to ask you. My question was just before you mentioned the female. Like, listen, I'm not surprised by your passion for this. The governor of that state, I can see his contribution. Look at what wrestling has turned out in the country because of his input, his passion for it. I was about to say, for the male game, Robert Mizo and the rest of the many wonderful male footballers, what about the female? Considering how Bayelsa, you know, Queens have done so well. Now you've gone to say this. I want perhaps a lot more interest, because I'll tell you this. I know I have a friend who works for a big oil concern.